Room Tone Podcast is a show produced by us, three movie nerds shooting the shit while talking about shooting the shit.
Each episode builds upon the last, so we recommend starting at the beginning.
Now, let's make a movie.
Look at this little freaking outfit, dude.
I know, he looks like a fucking park ranger.
He does. He looks adorable. He looks
Look at sexy park ranger.
Yeah, you look so cute. You're like a little toy.
Look, you look like someone who Yogi Bear will talk to.
Yeah. Yeah, like you're like a camper. You're a Boy Scout.
Yeah. You look good, bud. That's what we're trying to tell you.
You look adorable.
Thanks, guys.
You do need a haircut, though.
Yeah.
You can, here, we'll do this on Saturday. We'll get you a haircut and fix your car.
I will say, everyone lately has been talking about your hair, and they say it's very impressive. Just like...
Impressive positively or negatively?
Positively, because the fact that how it's just so like consistent.
Perfect.
Yeah, and it looks good every time.
Yeah. You're gonna get bunions back there.
This morning I woke up, my bunions on my head. Jesus, I actually just learned what a bunion is, and it's not what I thought.
What is a bunion?
We'll get to it.
Oh.
So my hair's too long. I woke up this morning and like the back is hella long and I have like product in it. So I go to like smooth it down and I comb the whole thing, and like the back is flat except for one fucking curl that's coming out like a goddamn pigtail. It's like wing 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 out the back of my head.
Well, that
It was
cute.
goofy.
Yeah. So what is your like normal routine for everyone on the podcast?
Yeah. You want the Austin Swain hairdo?
Yeah, if I can help one person out there. Sure. Well, since you ask.
Also, I would just like to point out that I can see your thighs, and I love it.
Yeah, dude, these shorts are little.
I know, they're super
I like keep forgetting until it's the middle of the day, and I'm like, oh, huh.
You like totally just like have such a cute outfit. Anyways.
Thank you.
You're rocking, my man.
Thank you. I'm gonna try to just not think about the shorts because I was raised in like an if I can see your knees, you're gay kind of society.
Which I mean,
you know what? Like I was also raised in that society. But then like it gets ridiculous to a point where it's like you're wearing capris.
Yeah,
so
dude.
I say fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's like, gay stopped being an insult when everyone got cool.
Yeah, and now you can put an earring on any ear, and it's all good.
Yeah. I got ears all over.
You've been thinking about that for a while.
No, that's true. Do you remember? Was that a thing at your school?
The gay ear?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like that was a thing in
The world.
Yeah.
I just learned
Was it
that
left or
like
right for you guys?
I don't remember.
I also don't. Yeah. I feel like it was one ear. It was just bad.
See, I hear
like
it's
it
like a
was
specific
left.
ear.
Did you know old school lesbians used to get like triangles tattooed on their forearms so that they could like signal other lesbians without getting caught?
Is that like a true thing, or is that like what you heard around the table?
It's from a book I'm writing.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not. It's I heard it on TikTok. It was stated as fact.
Okay.
I did no further research.
All right. Well, so there you go.
It's a fucking fact, ladies and gentlemen.
That's all you had to say was that you vetted it.
I see someone with a triangle on their arm. I see you.
What's up, baby?
Which is like funny now that I have a triangle on my arm.
Oh my gosh, you totally do.
That is funny.
Dude, which is, I actually should have known because when I was thinking about getting the triangle tattoo and I like told someone that I was getting a triangle tattoo and they're like, oh, I didn't know you were gay. Or like something to that effect.
They were like, you look like a lesbian.
You obviously lesbian. That's fair. Oh my god, who said that?
I don't remember.
Your tattoo artist?
Yeah, I can totally see that.
That's fair.
John.
He's a vulgar little shit. His name is The Wiener.
That'd be so
Yeah,
fucking
it
funny.
got tattooed by a guy named The Wiener.
Oh,
Shout out to the Wiener, he's the shit.
At The Wiener.
Yeah.
big wiener guy over here.
Anyway, my hair routine.
Oh yeah.
And bunions.
And bunions.
You guys are terrible at telling stories.
You've been talking, you dickhead.
Yeah, we're listening, buddy.
So I wake up.
Yeah. Okay, so this is your hair routine.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
I wake up.
Yeah.
I shower. I wash my hair with Head and Shoulders 2-in-1.
Oh,
Actually, no, it's no longer 2-in-1. I think I specifically, because I don't like 2-in-1.
yeah.
So I specifically recently bought
Did
just
you
shampoo.
catch that on his high horse? Because I don't like 2-in-1.
Do you not use conditioner?
No.
Wow.
My hair is greasy. Like I've
Naturally, like that fast though? Like
My hair is
Kinda.
greasy as hell.
kind of like if I use conditioner, my hair is like wet day 2. And like I've been really trying to get into like showering every other day.
What was your normal like routine?
Shower every day. Wash my hair every day with 2-in-1.
Oh, I hear that. With the 2-in-1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hear that's not good.
Yeah, exactly.
wash
So
your
I was
hair,
like,
right?
I gotta stop that shit or else I'm gonna have dry hair. Or whatever they say.
They're
How often do you shower?
every other.
So I towel dry it.
Yep.
How is this still happening? It's like a nightmare.
I have like a pomade that I throw in, and I like try not to do the sides and the back too much because like I have a lot of like hair on top.
Yeah.
For people who can't see me.
They've seen the sticker of you.
Yeah, you see my head shape.
Your silhouette.
Yeah. Watch the Triple Falls podcast if you want to see that. You want to see her face reveals.
Yeah, true.
I have like this pomade that I just like throw in. Well, it's like towel dry, so like pretty damp. And then I just finger comb it. So I just like push it into shape while it's all like kind of like glossy from the pomade. And then I just like go about the rest of my day. I eat breakfast. I do my chores. So like half an hour or something. And then I come back and when I brush my teeth, it's like dried and it's all crusty from the pomade and stuff. Just like, you know, like that kind of crinkly.
Yeah.
Crunchy.
You know, I look like a greaser. Like I'm ready to pull out a switchblade comb. And that's what I do. I pull out a comb and I brush through it. And from there, it goes from like a crystallized tidal wave to like smooth and poofy.
Ooh.
Wow.
Poof.
Yeah.
No wonder people think you're gay.
Yeah, it was a tattoo.
Yeah, that's all it was.
known. Yeah, you can't hide from the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, bunions. What are bunions?
Oh yeah. What are bunions, Austin?
Real quick.
Yeah.
Well, so
This is the room tone vocab word.
your word of the day is bunions. I always thought that it was like a wart, kind of.
Yeah.
Or like just like a crazy like callus, kind of like an ingrown toe that just kind of like grows, like happens on you.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of that, but it's way like more it's from a different source than I ever expected. What a bunion is like the big bone along like your inner foot that connects to your big toe. It's like at like that joint where your big toe like protrudes from the foot ends up like growing like separating from the foot and growing outward so that it like juts out this skin on kind of that side of your big toe, on the inside of your big toe.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying to grow another toe.
Well, it's just kind of like knuckles out, and then so that like rubs on shoes and shit and just like throughout all the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's like a whole fucking crooked bone in your foot.
Oh, fuck.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's not something you can pop.
No,
I thought it was like something you rubbed.
I also thought it was a callus of some sort.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm guessing you get a fucking wicked callus on that thing.
Yeah.
On like a bone nub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My nubs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't get bunions on the back of your head? Is what you're saying?
Yeah. To bring it full circle.
Yeah.
No.
Have you noticed that I've been laughing differently recently?
No. Have you been changing up your laugh?
No, or I mean, I feel like I'm unconsciously changing up my
Interesting.
laugh.
Like noticing it shift.
Yeah, I'm noticing that I'm like, oh, I feel like that's not what I used to laugh like.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like that's
interesting.
totally a thing.
Yeah. I think
Have
so
you
too.
noticed that in yourself?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, like you definitely like you go through phases where like you're noticing a new laugh and then either it doesn't stick and you forget about it, or it sticks and you forget about it.
Yeah.
And then it's just your laugh.
Yeah, I've been very like lately.
Just letting it fucking pop out of
like
you.
it really just like
You just lift your head
gets
up.
shotgunned out.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. That comes from deep.
You're welcome, Swain.
Sorry, kitty.
Okay, I got another one. Okay, this is what room tone sounds like.
Dude, I kind of liked the just chatting episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we just do that
It
again?
was really chill. Yeah, last week was so much fun with you guys.
I would definitely be down to do that again at some point.
And luckily we have a chill, just kind of like let's talk kind of night planned.
Let's talk about endings, baby.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about endings. My name's Austin Arpeza. I'm an amateur filmmaker, and my movie/TV show recommendation for the week is The Farewell.
Whoa, what is
I've
that?
never fucking heard of that.
It's an A24 movie. The movie is about this Asian family dealing with their grandmother having cancer, but she doesn't know that she has cancer because it's some sort of like tradition or custom in their culture where like bad news like this, you don't tell them what's happening or what's going on.
Interesting.
And you just kind of let them die normally.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh, cool.
And it's like this Aquafina is in it. Her character, she
Is that a person?
yeah,
Oh.
it's an actress.
Oh, dude, I thought it was sponsored.
Yeah.
Are we old?
I was like,
It was Aquafina.
She's an actress.
Okay.
Yeah, Aquafina's in it, and she
I've heard. I'm sorry.
Good fuck.
I was like, this might be funny.
It was.
so Aquafina,
The actress.
The actress.
Who the fuck is this bitch? Now I need to look her up.
so you're following her character as she is conflicted whether or not to tell her grandmother because like she was born in America, she was raised on American tradition, and like this came as kind of like a culture shock to her.
Gotcha. Yep. Sure.
But like her family are all in agreement that they're not telling her.
Interesting. That's a cool story.
Yeah, yeah.
Who are you? You want me to go first? Who are you over
I
there?
literally don't know fucking anything.
You could say we bought a couch.
What?
Did we tell you we bought a couch?
No, that's why I said what?
Oh,
Get with the program, Austin. We bought a couch.
I'm confused. Did we tell you we bought a couch?
Oh,
We bought a couch. Oh, so many things have been said to me. Yeah.
Yeah, so my name is Maddie, and Austin and I bought a couch.
nice.
Fucking finally. We moved into this house 6 months ago, and that's when we lost our couch, and we've been sitting on armchairs.
That didn't sound like a limerick.
Perfect.
Hear the support? I even wrote one for you guys.
What?
It's like I don't know how to react anymore.
You do whatever you want.
Okay.
But this one, I know that Austin's going to keep pressuring me to write them now.
I'm totally not though. Like it's just like a joke.
No, I
Yeah, I
know.
was gonna say he's like never even mentioned to keep rating them. Have you?
I say like that doesn't sound like a limerick.
Every time I don't do one, you're like, where's the limerick? So I figure I should start writing them. But this is a story that I wanted to tell you guys anyway today. I refrained from telling both of you all day. It's not that interesting. But so I will tell you now in the form of spoken poetry.
Oh my God.
All right.
I woke up today with a smirk, ready and feeling the perk. Then I realized, with tears in my eyes, that I'd left my laptop at work. Okay, I realized
Because you couldn't play Minecraft?
that story. No.
Was that it?
No.
Are you sure? Because that sounds like it.
No, what I failed to write into that was that I'm like, I have this big freelance project that I'm like behind on. So I woke up this morning, like I ended up waking up hella early and I'm like, I'm feeling awake. I'm feeling ready to go. Let's just jump up out of bed and like go and like knock a bunch of work out. It'll be great. And then like get up and I'm like, I'm never going to be able to fall back asleep again. And then I walk downstairs and my laptop's gone. Because I realized that I brought it to work yesterday and I forgot it there. And then I'm just sitting here. It's like 4 a.m. And I'm like, well, now what do I do?
So what did you do? Just sit here by yourself?
I just sat here by myself and I like was on my phone for like an hour and a half. Nice. And then I took a shower and I got to work an hour early.
What time did you wake up?
4.
He's a crazy person.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine waking up at 4 a.m. and going, oh my fucking God, I cannot wait to go and work right now?
That's happened.
That's crazy.
I've woken up like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and like I knew if I fell back asleep, I was going to sleep over. Right. So I would just get up and go to work.
Exactly.
Since I don't make myself breakfast because I hate myself.
Oh wow!
Oh Jesus!
In the morning, I'm like, no, you have to go get a Pop-Tart, asshole.
You get Pop-Tarts. I mean, you gotta love yourself.
I'm just joking. I'm giving myself a little razzing.
Little old razzle dazzle.
The old razz. No,
the old self-love.
So I definitely had moments like that, but that's purely because like I don't want to fall back asleep and wake up late.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel.
But it's never like, here I go. It's like,
I'm never in good spirits. I'm always like, God. I have to get the fuck out of bed.
Put me in this hell. Don't get me wrong though.
Dude, that's me.
But I will say though, it is kind of a little treat because during those times I more likely than not will leave early or I'll just take like the extra like time.
Yeah.
Right.
So like it is like worth it. It's just like in the moment I'm like, God, please put a bullet.
Yeah. Right between my fucking eyes.
So what are we doing today?
So today we all brought in endings that we think would help our ending.
Yeah.
Or us develop our ending.
Yeah, we talked a while ago about, like what our ending, what we kind of had in mind for our ending and, realized that there was a lot of different kind of ways that we could go, different paths we could take. And we've taken some time from that and just kind of like let those ideas sit. And yeah, we thought today it would be fun, just like we did early in the show, to bring in inspirations. We've brought in so many scenes, casting, style, examples. So today, yeah, we all brought in an ending to discuss, just like an ending that we enjoy. Mm-hmm. And we can just kind of talk about what makes a good ending.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So massive spoiler alerts.
Right.
From this point forward, obviously.
Yeah.
For the movies we mentioned, we're gonna spoil the ending.
Yeah, I'm sure we tried to be like pretty safe.
Mm-hmm.
My ending that I like is It Chapter 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because it's like you've basically gone through 2 hours of like scary and funny and like heartbreaking and like yada yada. And then at the end, it kind of just like culminates into something very nice and like it delivers closure in a very nice way. Like I feel like at the end of that movie, I'm always like, they're all like, I'm always sad, or it always makes me sad at the end of it. So I feel like that's a mark of a good ending, that every time it has that effect on me.
So in a sentence, how would you like describe what the ending is?
Everybody, basically the cast, is like reading out like a letter to the audience, basically, with just like a montage of imagery in the background. And it's just very heartfelt and nice.
Yeah.
So you want a heartfelt ending in our like story?
No, I thought the objective was bringing an ending that you like.
Yeah, it was like that, and it was like because we also wanted to like endings that could also like help us with like our film, right?
I mean, next episode we will be talking about the ending of our film in just kind of broad strokes. So I think that whatever we learned today could be brought forward into that conversation. So like what makes a good ending? What do we think that it does for the story? I think is the conversation to have today.
That's valid.
And how that relates to our story, I think can come up next week and today if it works.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't think of it for ours.
And no, I think that's a great choice. I'm trying to like backtrack it a little bit because like, I mean, where do we draw the line for the ending? Like, do we want to talk about like kind of the climax of the film as they end up in battle?
Yeah. I was thinking like ending, like the last 10 minutes.
Right. The resolution.
Exactly. Yeah.
The conflict resolution.
The conflict was it was killing people,
Right.
and the resolution was
they killed it.
Right. But that's not what I'm talking about.
No, I know, but in
That's as a broader stroke.
yeah, let's broaden the lens like
Right.
just a little bit because that's still kind of what we have to figure out for our film is like how do we resolve it.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I like that. It's like they vanquish, they lose.
Yeah. The good wins, you know?
Good wins. They have like a bit of a twist where it's like the plan that they went in with doesn't work, but so then they have to like find a new way to make it work.
Right.
And they end up vanquishing. Yeah, it is kind of a happily ever after ending.
because what do? They
Except for all the people that die.
Yeah, except for all the people that die.
Yeah.
And all the people they leave behind.
Yeah.
what does Logan say?
No real person involved.
Yeah.
NRPI, baby. Watch Succession on Max.
There we go. Look at that. You're using the name right.
Yeah. Maybe if we're going to reference it to our film, maybe I just like the clean cut of it.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's, like that
It's
type
done.
of feeling is maybe what is an inspiration to
Like
take.
that last montage scene with the voiceover is like the cherry on top.
Right.
Yeah.
So would you say then like keeping the ending simple and less ambiguous?
Right. Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's try not to get too mired on our own ending. And
That's fair. That's fair. I guess you're right because that's not what we're doing. I guess I just since we're thinking about endings, like let's see it. Like let's throw what we can at that wall. And yeah, you're right. Let's not dig too deep into it. So yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just trying to like, we're just all kind of like trying to keep the swarm of bees in the right place, you know?
I get it. I just want a little honey.
Oh my.
Oh my. That actually has kind of a similar vibe to my ending
Perfect.
with a twist. If we would like to segue.
Let's hear it.
The ending I brought in is one we've discussed before. This film is a favorite of the show, Ex Machina.
All right. Okay, go on.
The reason I like this ending is because I feel like in my mind and in like in my first watch through and what I think like the intended watch through experience is like the question being asked throughout the film, at least my question being asked was, are Caleb and Ava like going to fall in love? Like that's
You
kind
had to look that up for sure. Right?
the names.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I watched a short video essay about the ending to catch myself up.
I was like, there's no fucking way you remembered that.
No, so like the little redhead hacker and the AI robot, if you haven't seen Ex Machina. That's what I thought the question was like, are they gonna fall in love? But like when we get the ending, you realize that the question was like, is Ava capable of like surpassing humans?
Will Ava kill?
Yeah. Or like, is Ava sophisticated enough to get what she wants? And yeah, so I think that it's a really fun like story twist of like you kind of go in thinking it's Caleb's story and it ends up being Ava's story, and so it's like to kind of take that quick diversion and then like, oh shit, like I feel good for her now, like I'm excited for her. And then it ends with kind of a similar scene of just like kind of a montage of her hanging out in the human world. She made it.
What makes us human. No, I get that. I like that.
I need to watch that movie again.
Kind of like our film, it's like what makes them No, that makes sense. I did this assignment wrong. I did an ending that I thought we could use as like a reference point to our ending. And that's from the movie Promising Young Woman.
Okay, hell yes.
Also great ending.
Great ending. Not saying it wasn't a great ending.
Refresh me.
I guess I just wouldn't say it was my favorite.
For sure.
So what she ends up doing, the main... Let me...
Oh, and this is not my favorite ending. That wasn't the question.
Okay.
I would like to say that the ending I chose, I chose with the intention of like kind of having that energy. It's like, oh, I realized I was rooting for the wrong person. Oh, and they... like it didn't work the way that I expected. And that's now fair. I get to see them carry their story forward.
So the main character, Cassie, she ends up finding out that the person who had sexually assaulted her friend found out that he was getting married and found out where the bachelor party is. And so she drives over there and dresses like a stripper and is like, "Ooh, you get a private dance since you're the guy. Ooh, your wedding day." Handcuffs him to the bed and then acts like she's gonna kill him.
Yeah,
but has no real intent to.
Yeah.
He ends up killing her.
Yeah,
which is the main intent.
Right.
They get rid of the body, but Cassie already planned it out. And she had someone inform the police that she was murdered or whatever. And
she's such a bad bitch.
Oh my God, I fucking forgot about that.
Yeah, and they got everyone arrested for her murder.
Yeah.
So I liked that ending for multiple reasons. One, because it kind of felt like no one won in this scenario.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't able to move forward in her life without like her best friend. Like that was just eating her up so much. And just like seeing him, like she wasn't able to just forgive is such like a hard word to say, but like,
she couldn't forget.
Yeah, exactly. Move on.
Right.
Yeah. And that just kept drawing her to like to do what she did, you know. And it ended up getting her killed when she had like a whole life ahead of her. Like she was very smart. She was in medical school. Like had very supportive parents. The whole works.
But it was her plan. So it
was her plan. So she won.
Right.
Technically, but like she could have been dead, so much more. Yeah, exactly. She had to die out of that for the outcome.
It's a tragic ending.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I think like having that in our film would be fun, just because I feel like no one in this film deserves to have like a good ending.
Yeah,
other than probably Zoe, if Zoe's considered the innocent.
But one. She's gonna die.
Yeah, well, that's like kind of like comeuppance, It's like she or something she does or something. I don't know. I don't know what the ending would be like.
Right.
But like something I think something that she does even after death would be very fun to like play into it,
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck.
I've had a similar thought.
Yeah.
The three of those have like a similar vibe. It's like loss, like an immense loss has happened at the climax, and then it's just like someone like moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like being able to move on in an unexpected way.
And they all feel like they have sufficient closure to me.
Yeah. Agreed. We're on the same wavelengths. Yeah, so Zoe
has to die.
Yeah.
So Zoe does have to die.
And so like that's a lose situation for her. I agree that I think that it should be kind of a lose-lose tragic ending kind of thing. It just feels right.
Yeah. I mean, then the siblings lose because their dad is still dead.
See, and like we've posed that question before, and I was actually just gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, like it's a loss, but it doesn't really feel like a loss. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like, because like I don't know, they all seem sort of selfish in their own right, and so like raising him from the dead seems like, oh yeah, like we're definitely gonna do it because that's what he wants us to do.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if it doesn't happen.
See, I think that's what I love about our film is when it starts, like we kind of pose that as the most important thing. But
you're right, we do. Don't
but
we?
by the end, it's almost like they have grown. Like somehow, like they have grown enough with each other that they no longer need this.
Yeah.
Here's what I did. You know, we've been thinking about this for a while, and so I did what any modern aspiring person should do, and I went to YouTube and I typed in how to write an ending.
Let's hear it.
I came across a video that stated like a very simplistic formula for like getting closure to a story, and it was stated that the story is based on stakes. What's at stake in your story? What's at stake of being lost? And the ending should define whether or not that was achieved. Like, did we lose that stake, or did we succeed in our goal?
Or did we gain a stake?
Yes. How many stakes are we talking?
Yeah.
And in fact, there are 3 that this video put. The first and like kind of base level is the external stakes. So the example that they gave was like Django. The external stakes is he wants to free his wife. Like that's just like what's out in the world that I want to fix. I want to free my wife. The second stake is the internal stake. Like what's at stake for him. And it's kind of connected, but it's like he wants a relationship with his wife. So like not only for her to be free, but for them to like be able to rekindle, you know, their marriage.
Yeah.
And then the final stake is the philosophical stakes. What ideologies are trying to win out here? And so in Django, it was freedom versus oppression. You know, does Django live his free life to its fullest, or does he fall into oppression because of like all of the other organizations that he's going up against in his quest?
Interesting. So do you think then us making the joke of them saying, well, that doesn't work, or that didn't work, lowers the stakes of what is being said or happened?
I don't think at all. I mean, because
I don't think at all.
no, because I mean, that's exactly the thing is that's what the ending should do. It should answer whether or not that task, you know, those stakes were either won or lost. And they had at stake the desire to bring back their dad. And guess what? They lost. Like that's a tragic ending, but it's closure. We've answered that question. Yeah. So I think that's just kind of all we want our ending to be is we first
tragic.
Tragic. Yes. But we first want to like establish what's at stake and then kind of sort out in our ending. Okay. Now what happens to those stakes and how do we want to display that?
Kind of want steak.
I know.
Yeah. Now we're talking about stakes. So what? Yeah, I mean, I think we should definitely have these established by now. So what would you guys say is like the external stake? Like what in our story is the thing in the world that wants to be changed?
They want their father back.
I agree. So bring Ronnie back. That's at
Ding, ding, ding.
That's at stake. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I wrote down too. What's internally at stake? Like what do the characters want for themselves? Or like, what does the protagonist want to achieve for itself internally?
I feel like closure.
Yeah.
To be the one to raise Ronnie.
Oh, like respect.
Yeah. Like to kind of claim.
The oldest boy.
I agree with both of those. What the answer that I gave, like the internal stakes is whether or not the family can come together. Do you think that's true?
I don't know, because it seems like that's kind of a secondary idea for everyone, because they don't really care about each other.
Right.
They care about Ronnie. You know what I mean?
Do they? Isn't that what we just were saying? It's like
I think at the beginning we present that, that they do to a certain degree. Yeah, I wonder if it's so. Yeah, so what's at stake?
Zoe's life.
True, always.
Yeah. I guess also, technically, their freedom.
Yeah, from what?
They kill Zoe.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah,
From the popo.
morality is at stake.
Yeah.
But
How
do we
far they'll
present
go.
that?
Or is that into the philosophical?
I feel that maybe more of the philosophical, but like I feel like no one really cares about morality either. Like,
Yeah, that's true. I think the reason that I put down like whether or not the family will like come together or split apart is just because we have so much of like that tension built in. And so I feel like we kind of present that as being at what's at stake, because we're kind of like always accenting on like the prickliness between the siblings.
that's fair.
And we build towards like them finally having to work together to kill Zoe. I think that's why I wrote it that.
That makes sense.
Thought experiment.
Do you have to have all three? Is that like what the video essay was saying? Was that like these are the three things that make up ending?
A good story, and the ending should answer each of these three.
I feel like it is Ronnie's approval. I feel like that's like what is at stake for them mentally, because I feel like that's the only reason why so it's like Donnie's doing it all because he wants to be head honcho, wants to prove himself.
Yeah.
Lonnie wants to join in because she loves her dad and wants to whatever.
Yeah.
David wants the respect. That's why he's here, right? Like he wants to like Ronnie to know like he was here for it.
Yeah.
Like, would you say, or am I kind of like?
No, yeah, I agree. It's like standing in the family.
Yeah.
It's like, like respect. I think that's a good answer. Yeah, like Ronnie's respect, the respect of the cult, the respect of the family. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that's at stake.
Maybe even the family and the cult.
Yeah.
Maybe that they realize like they don't really give a shit about the cult
True.
stuff as much.
True.
Like, but what their upbringing, their Christian upbringing has ruined them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I do
It's
too.
like, so, because then that kind of becomes like siblings versus dad, since dad was so culty, and this is like the current living family. So like siblings versus dad kind of becomes the same as family versus cult.
I feel like, I don't know if it's versus dad. I think it's sibling versus siblings.
But just as far as like what's at stake, I mean, yeah, there's definitely conflict between the siblings, but I think our overall story is, and this is what I put for the philosophical stake, is family versus self. Like, do I revert to what I've been raised as and like who I am as a child, or do I find strength in who I want to be today?
I like that.
I think that's the ultimate like thing that we're presenting with these siblings. And I feel like honestly, if every other stake fails, but that one succeeds, I think that we have in my opinion, that would be a satisfying ending to me.
I do too.
If everything else is tragic, but like they find strength in like
themselves
moving beyond their like childhood, essentially, like their upbringing, I think that's cool.
They all pull a Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like if they all just end up at a tiki bar somewhere.
But okay, so that's like that's probably diving a little too much into the ending. I like it. I like it more. I think that was a really good conversation. I think that is going to get us ready to talk to you guys next week about our ending, a little bit more about our ending, as we finally come to a conclusion on what we want to do.
Thanks for listening. Are you sick of us yet?
Bye.
Pause for room tone.